All right, so today we will talk about the security group. Security group plays an important role in the uh, when you want to access application or traffic on a particular EC2 instance. So security group basically allows two things. One thing is called the inbound rule, and second is called the outbound rule. So inbound rule indicates the incoming traffic. So uh, inbound is incoming traffic. So for example, you want to allow port number 80 traffic is to be accessed from outside this EC2 instance, then you will create one security group with port number 80. So whenever you are having the connection, for example, this machine, and this machine is having a connection with uh, with a system or a client, right, who is accessing port number 80 traffic, right? Then what will happen? This is stateful. Okay. So security group is basically stateful. What is the meaning of stateful? Stateful means, for example, it sends a request that I want to access the application which is running at port number 80. Then there will be a one more outbound rule is defined. Okay. And that outbound knows that, okay, I receive a request from this client to access the application at port number 80. So I need to send back that response to this client. It could be port number 80, not port number 80 necessarily. It could be some different port, right? But there will be a connection between your system and this client. So that is why it is called stateful. Okay, so stateful means it knows the information where I need to send the request. For example, 10 clients has sent the request to access at port number 80. Okay, so now security group or your system knows now, because security group we have applied. So security groups knows that, okay, I received 10 requests which is at port number 80 from 10 clients. So I need to send back the response at 10 different uh, 10 different machines, and it knows that, okay, this particular response is for client 1, this particular response is for client 2. So that is because it is a stateful nature of the security group. So it means security group consists of two things. One is inbound rule, which is the incoming traffic, and second is the outbound rule. Okay. So by default, there is one security group which available in your VPC. VPC is a separate topic which we will discuss separately. Security groups are VPC specific. We have already seen how to create the security group in our uh, EC2 creation time. Okay, but we can create separately also. Once you create one security group, you can use for you can attach it basically to multiple EC2 instances. So I'm creating a security group here. So you can give the security group name. So for example, here I'm giving HTTP only. So this is my security. Uh, okay, so it is just came here. So here I'll call it HTTP on. Okay, description, you can say opening port 80. Okay. And at this moment, I have only one VPC. But if you want to create I have two VPC. Okay. So in case if you want to create in a different VPC, you can create it, but that security group will be available in that VPC only. But I'm creating in my default VPC. Here, I will define my uh, rules. So uh, inbound rule. So I'm adding an inbound rule. If there is a port number, say an example, you want to open port number 80. So what you can do, you can just put the port number 80, and here you need to select the custom TCP. Okay. So there are many predefined inbound types are there. So we will see that also. But here I'm saying port number 80 is to be opened. And here you can see that there are three options, right? So one option is that connect anywhere. Connect anywhere means uh, it can be connected from any system, okay, whether it is in AWS or whether it is not in AWS. And this is IPv4 version 4, and connecting from anywhere from IPv6, okay, means again from any machine which is within the AWS or outside the AWS, they can connect through IPv6. If you select my IP address, so this is basically your own system address. So if you see my IP address here, if I just say what is my IP address, so it is checking here. Okay, we'll select again. So this is my IP address 171 and ending with 103. And here you can see 103. So it means I can connect from my system only. Okay, I cannot connect from anywhere now. It is through my system. Okay, so now instead of defining like this custom IP and uh, means if you know that it is for HTTP, so there is a option here you can see HTTP. So you need not to define port number 80, TCP, etc. It will automatically get selected and you cannot change it. So this is uh, uh, this is how I'm setting up the port number 80, which is the HTTP, and I want it is to be connected from anywhere. At this moment, I'm selecting anywhere, and I will say add. So this rule is added. Now outbound. Okay, so let me delete this one. So outbound rule is basically how the response will be sent to the client, means those who are trying to access through this security group. So here, what I will do, I will allow all traffic because we don't know that at what port number the response is sending to the client or whosoever is accessing at port number 80. So I'm saying all traffic, and it is for whosoever means for anyone. If you know that it is your IP, so here you can restrict also for your IP address. Okay, but I am giving output bound rule for all traffic to everyone. Okay, so this is kind of a public address, and now you see we have given everything, and we can create this security group. Tag also you can create. It will be the name tag, right? So means there are different tags you can define, but name tag is the one which basically represents the title. So for example, if I go here and if you see this is my HTTP only, but here you see this is blank. If I give the tag name equals to HTTP only, okay, so it will show the HTTP only here. So that is very commonly used tag name. Okay, so I have created one. Uh, HTTP only security group. Now let me create one more security group. And that security group name we will give. And here we'll say web, uh, web and SSH. So I'm opening two ports. One is web port and one is the SSH port. And this is for Linux and HTTP. Same VPC I'm selecting. I'm adding a rule. I will add here my SSH. So here you can see SSH. And here I will select anywhere, right? And port number 22. And also I will add one more rule, which is for HTTP, port number 80, and I will select. Okay, two rules I have added. Sorry, I'm adding. Oh, I don't know why I'm adding it here. Let me delete. It should be inbound rule, not the outbound rule. Outbound rule for now, we will keep all traffic. Okay? All traffic anywhere. Okay. And here we will add the inbound rules and we will select the SSH. So here I'm going to, you can search also SSH. Right? Port number 22 is the Linux SSH port. I'm adding one more, which is the HTTP port, and from anywhere. So this is for security group uh, for web and SSH. I will create one more. Oh, I did not give the tag. I will give for this one. I will go to security group and I will just name it so that it will be easy to remember. Web SSH. I'll create one more security group quickly. And here I will say all traffic. So it will open all traffic. Okay. And I'll give all traffic. So here you can see outbound rule by default, it is the all traffic. So I'm just adding the inbound rule and I will select all traffic. Now, if you select anywhere here, right, what will happen? So the traffic is open for everyone. Okay, anyone can access it. But I want it should be accessible only to my security, uh, security group. So see, let us talk about that use case. For example, I'm opening this security group, right, to my certain IP address. So I can give that IP address here or IP address range here. Or what I can do, I have EC2 instances which are connected to the say HTTPs plus web plus SSH, that security group. So I want only these machines can access my uh, other EC2 instances which are having this all traffic. So then in that case, what will happen? I will give this, I will select here custom and I will select my security group who can access it, or the machines who are having that security group, they can only access these inbound rule to my EC2 instances, which are connecting to this security group. So it will be more clear. Let me just show you that here. So what I'm going to do here, custom, I'm selecting custom. As I mentioned, you can give your IP address range or you can select your security group. So I'm selecting web and SSH. And I will just name it all traffic for web. Okay. All traffic for web. Now, here I will put a tag also. I'll put a tag name and I will say uh, web for web app. Oh, okay, right. So now I will save this secure. I will create one more security group. See, all these are required for different use cases. So that's why now here you will see the security group. See here web app only because I had given the tag name. Now I'm creating one more security group, which is all traffic for uh, means anyone can access it. Okay, from anywhere. So here I will select all traffic, right? And I will select anywhere, right? And I will give the name as all traffic. And description, I'll say all traffic means anyone can access it from means, means within the AWS or outside the AWS. And outbound rule is there. Name, I will give the tag name as name and I will call it all traffic. Now I will save this security group. Right? Now we will quickly create some EC2 instances. So I will go to instances and I will launch one instance. And first, this instance is web, or you can say Linux web instance, right? Now here I want to create one EC2 instance. You can select any one of this. I'm selecting AWS machine, and here instance type T2 micro is fine. Key pair, the one which we have created earlier, and the network settings. Here now you can select the existing security group, the one which we have created. Now for web, I have created this particular web SSH. Now rest of the thing is same, and we'll say launch the instance. Now I will create one more instance here, launch instance, right? And this is my web uh, or say um, only to web. Okay, so that EC2 instance, this is same. And here I'm going to select my key pair. Oh, sorry, key pair. And here I will select existing security group. And here I'm selecting all traffic for web. Okay, and rest of the things same. Uh, okay, so there is all traffic for web. Yes. Now, and I will create one more. It is not showing, you just refresh this. Now launch one more, which is for everyone. Everyone can access it. Okay. So I'm just giving everyone EC2 instance. And here we'll select our key pair. And I will select existing security group. And here I will select all traffic, which is for everyone. Right? And I will launch this instance. Now I'm having 3 EC2 instances. So what I will do first, I will go to my EC2 instance, right? And instances. Now here you just refresh it. So there will be 3 machines. So first, I want that this everyone, whether it is accessible by everyone or not. So I will click on this and connect. And I go to connect. You can connect through PuTTY or Mobile Extra also. But I'm directly connecting through the browser. Right? So see, I'm able to access it. And there is a public IP address of this. So you can see there is a public IP address. Because all the ports are open now from my local system. Let me ping to this system and let me see whether I'm able to ping to this or not. So I will say ping and that public IP address, right? So see, I'm getting the reply. So it means I'm able to ping to this particular system. Now, if I want to connect to this only to web, where all traffic is open to the web only, right? When I'm trying to connect this, let me go here and I'll say connect. Okay, so I'm connected to this system and this is only to web, right? Now, if I go to this only to web instance, right? If I go to this only to web, here you can see this is the public IP address. Now let me try to ping from my local system. Okay. So I'll say ping to my local system. Right. So I will not get the reply because I have opened the all traffic, but it is only for EC2 instances which are having security group web only. Okay. So that is why it is giving the request timeout. Now let us connect to our Linux instance because here we have given, you can see the security group here, this security group. So here you can see I have the security group, which is web SSH. So this web SSH we had given to the, if I go to my only to web and go here, right? And if you see the security group, all traffic to for web. So if I go here, let us see the inbound rules. So here inbound rule, all traffic for this security uh, ID, security group ID. So I will select this one. Let me just double check. I had given the proper one. I will go to the security group and you can search it here. So, all right. So we will check it here. I think something wrong I have. So our one was the for web only, right? So this is the one. Let us check the inbound rule. So we'll check the inbound rule, and here you can see that it is all traffic for this particular security group, right? Which is ending with the BD. Okay, so ending with the BD, something. That security group is, I don't see. Let me just edit this inbound rule. Okay, this is rule ID actually. So here I'll close this and I will select that again. So which is the mm, web assets SSH, right? So this is the one actually you need to select and save the rule. Okay, so I have okay, so it is saying okay, this ID is different. Okay, so it is saying no changes. So it means we have selected the correct one. So there is a rule ID. Okay, this is the security group rule ID edition, not this one. Okay, so I missed this R. Okay, so it means we are good. So now what I will do here, I will go to my EC2 instance, which is web only, right? So this is the one. Now, if I try to ping from here, now, when the EC2 instance is within your own VPC, then if I try to ping with the public IP address, let us see what will happen. So if I connect to this system and if I go to detail and if I take this public IP address, if I copy this and if I try to ping this, let us see whether it is able to access it or not. See, it is not able to access it because this is a public IP address. And whenever we are defining these custom rules within the security group to security group, so it is on the basis of the private IP address. Okay. So now it means I need to use the private IP address, which is this one. Okay. So I will ping here. Now I'll say ping and the IP address, which is this IP address. So, oh, something wrong. It is not connecting. Let us see. Okay, so it should be able to connect because here we have defined the inbound rule and outbound rule. Let me check as well. So this is my inbound rule and outbound rule is okay. So let me just check this outbound rule as well. So here I will go to my security group. Okay, and here we'll check the outbound rules. So this is all traffic to everyone. So this is also fine. Okay. So then it should be able to connect to the system. Okay. Just 1 second. Let me check. All right. So I think we are on a wrong system. So we'll connect to this Linux web, right? So here you can see this is the IP address. Okay. Let me connect to this system. So I was on a different EC2 instance. That's why I was not able to connect. So now from here, we'll take the IP address of this system, which is only to web. And I will copy this. And yeah, so this is the system. Now, if I say uh, ping or to that IP address, now it should work. See, I'm getting the reply, right? So because, uh, see, basically what I have done, let me explain it one more time, right? So then it will be very much clear to you. So I have created uh, all traffic. I have created one HTTP only, right? HTTP only, right? Which is one of the security group, right? So this is the security group. and this security group is having port number 80 open. Okay, and this is for everyone. Okay, all traffic means to everyone, not all traffic, to everyone. Second, I have created the security group, which is web plus SSH. Okay, now this security group is having port number 80 and port number 22 open. Okay, and that is for everyone. And third, I have created all traffic with uh, for web on. Right. So just a minute. Right. So here for web on. So in that case, I have opened port number means all the traffic for these security groups only. Then one more, all traffic, which is for everyone. Now, then I have created one EC2 instance for everyone with this. So anyone can access it externally with the public IP address. Then I have created one web server. Okay. So this EC2 instance get created. Now, after that, I have created one more EC2 instance, which is attached to this security group. Now, this machine can be accessible by everyone. This is only allow port number 22 and port number 80. Now, this machine is only accessible by this EC2 instance because these are attached to this. If you create one more EC2 instance and it is attached to this machine, so they can also access this because we have given the all traffic to uh, all those machines or the EC2 instances which are having security group, which is all traffic for web. Is it clear to you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So few things. So which I just want to repeat it here so that you can understand more clearly. So first thing is that number one, security groups are stateful. Stateful means if someone is requesting for a port number like port number 80, so there will be a connection, stateful connection between client and the your source machine. You can call it as destination machine. This is all as a source machine. So there will be a stateful connection, means the traffic will flow between these two. Okay. And for that, we need to open the inbound rule and outbound rule you can open as all traffic. Second is the you can create the security group once and you can attach to multiple EC2 instances. Number three, you can create a security group for custom rule. Custom rule means, for example, you are saying, I want to open it only for uh, 192.168.0.1 system only. Okay? So that way you can mention that IP address. Fourth is security group. You can also define the rule for another security group, means this security group allow only EC2 instances which are of this security group. Fifth, security group you can also allocate to anyone by opening the traffic to everyone. Okay. And sixth one is uh, you can also define security group for your own IP. Okay, from the system where so only you can access it. So these are some points which I want to discuss in this lecture, and I hope you understand this. And we will meet next lecture, and we will talk about one more topic. Most probably, next lecture we will talk about the auto scaling group, which allows multiple EC2 instances to create. Okay. Uh, so is it okay, Monishika? We can wind up this session.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So if you have any question, bring it up into the next class.
Okay.
Thank you.